we want to develop. So they're basically straight up saying that they don't even want to develop Star Wars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney needs to get the rights back or end that contract or something and just get someone else to make Star Wars games. Because back in the day when LucasArts did it, they had a bajillion different publishers come out. Because we had Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy 2... No, sorry. Jedi Knight...
Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Academy.
Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Academy. We had Jedi Outcast. We've had KOTOR 2, which was made by Obsidian. We had all those computer games, Galaxies, the Lego games. We had a ton before LucasArts was shut down.
I would find it funny if Disney canceled their contract with EA.
There was talk about that a couple years back.
Just hear me out. I would find it funny if they canceled the contract with EA and then made a contract exclusively with BioWare. I would find that hilarious.
I don't know. I'm not sure about the details, but BioWare could be a subsidiary to EA, so it might not be able to.
Right.
Because you have the developer and the publisher. The publisher is like EA, and the developer is like BioWare and Visceral, which is shut down, and Gearbox and stuff like that. I mean, they go off and do their own games, and they have more developers and stuff like that. I mean, you look at games like Assassin's Creed, and they've got like 4 or 5 different departments doing it all around the world. Mm-hmm. You've got Ubisoft France, Ubisoft Europe, and...
Well, yeah, like, I think it was South Africa might have been one of them. I know there's Montreal, Edmonton.
They just have a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go on and on and on about the games coming out in 2019, or we can just move on to movies.
Now, movie time. Where's my popcorn?
I thought I'd be funny and have some effects. So Star Wars is more movies, TVs, because we're getting The Mandalorian this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting Episode 9 this year, right? Or is that next year?
I believe Episode 9 is at the end of the year. I could be wrong, but I want to say it's this year at some point.
So 2019, we're getting Episode 9, as I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
This is from StarWarsHub.net, which there's a bunch of leaks on there, and I'm not even going to go into that because people hate leaks. We're getting Galaxy's Edge, which is summer of 2019.
Which I'm excited about because that's the thing at Disney World, right? Or Disneyland?
Disneyland, Disney World, however it works with California and Florida, whatever. But I'm probably not going until 2020. But the Millennium Falcon ride is supposed to be like 28 minutes long because it's all interactive.
Right, I'm okay with that.
We're getting the return of the Clone Wars, which is set just before Episode 3.
Okay.
The characters actually take on the looks of how they do in Episode 3. So you see Obi-Wan walking around as Obi-Wan, wearing the long robe like he did in there. Mm-hmm. Anakin has ditched the armor. Both of them have ditched the armor from Clone Wars. They're now wearing their Episode 3 garb. In the trailer, you see them walking on the Republic ship, heading down the hall to meet up with, I think, Cody and Rex it was from the trailer. And you see Ahsoka with Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan is now the leader of the Death Watch on Mandalore. And Ahsoka Tano, up on my shelf.
Yep, I know.
She is there on Mandalore as well, fighting the Separatists. If you read the Ahsoka novel, or read the audiobook, which is voiced by the actual Ahsoka Tano voice actress, which sounds amazing. She spins around and says, "What's up, Master?" basically. And in the book, you hear her at the very beginning being on Mandalore, burying the lightsabers she got back from Anakin, because she gives them away when she leaves the Jedi. Mm-hmm. And her and Rex go into hiding. So when she talks about that, she also stated when they were on Mandalore, Anakin had rushed off with Obi-Wan to go rescue the Chancellor at Coruscant.
Okay.
From Dooku and Grievous. So this is going to be taking place days to weeks, maybe a few months before Episode 3. All of Clone Wars, the 6 seasons, were years before Episode 3, because the Anakin was like 18 in Attack of the Clones, and then he was like in his 20s or 30s or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the details.
I mean, it had to have been his late 20s by the time at the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I can't remember the details.
The Mandalorian is coming out, which that'll be on the Disney Plus streaming app. That's like $10 a month, but you're going to get access to all of the Disney content, all of the Marvel content, and all of the Star Wars content. And the first episode is being directed by Dave Filoni, which did the Clone Wars, so he knows how to do Mandalorians.
Good.
Which is set just after Return of the Jedi. So you're looking at, I mean, the picture, he's on Tatooine. And apparently there's rumor of him being trained by Boba Fett on Tatooine. But the plot line of it is the Mandalorian was hired to assassinate a child, a baby, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he decided to take the child and raise him. So we're probably going to look into meeting up with the Mandalorians later on. But this is all live action.
And I do like...
Jon Favreau is writing it.
Which is always nice.
And is executive producer. Production began in October. Dave Filoni's running it. I mean, you're getting directors like Deborah Chow, Rick Fuma, I can't say that. Bryce Dallas Howard,
and Taika Waititi. Ooh, that one will be nice.
You're looking at. I mean, casting.
They've got
Pascal is the Mandalorian. He was from Game of Thrones.
Right. Oh yeah.
He was the Viper.
Yep. You got is that no? That can't be Nick Nolte.
You're getting Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito, which
thank you. I can't do those.
Yeah, which
names.
For those of you who are fans of Breaking Bad, I'm trying to remember his character name.
Was he Better Call Saul?
No, he was the guy in charge of Hermanos Pollos.
Oh, yep. Okay, I remember now. Emily Swallow, Carl Weathers, Ahmed Abtahi, I think. Yeah, I can't do that. And Werner Herzog. Also, you're getting the Black Panther composer to do the music for the show. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a video game. Not known about it. It's by Respawn Entertainment and published by Electronic Arts.
Oh, there we go.
It was revealed during the EA press conference, but that's probably the game that got canceled.
Which is a shame.
We're also getting the return of, I think it's the second half of the season of Star Wars Resistance, the new animated series that they are doing, which is after episode 6, but before episode 7, and it's Poe Dameron training a group of ace pilots.
Is that the one with the Alphabet Squadron?
Yes.
Okay.
Star Wars Celebration is in Chicago this year, which I'm not going because it was sold out immediately.
Well, yeah, it's Star Wars Celebration. Of course, it's going to be sold out immediately. Yeah, I'm not going either because, again, sold out.
We're getting Forces of Destiny back, which is the other cartoon series that was out as a YouTube series.
Okay.
We're getting a bunch of, the Age of the Republic comics, solo comics, graphic novels, stuff like that. So we're getting a fair deal of Star Wars this year.
Which is interesting, definitely.
You haven't seen Bumblebee yet.
I still want to. I might go next week.
You need to go because it's amazing and it is a reboot. I don't care what anybody says, and you will look at it, and if you remember the 2007 movie, this contradicts like everything.
Okay.
I mean, it's set in the 1980s,
right?
But like, I'm not going to spoil anything. But like, by the end of the movie, you're going to sit there and be like, reboot.
Yep.
Even if it's a soft reboot, but the producer has basically stated that they have the option of doing the Optimus Prime movie.
Well, it looks like Bumblebee 2. I'm assuming Bumblebee is doing well enough that they're going to do a sequel.
It didn't do the greatest, but it's doing good enough.
Yeah, it's doing good enough at the box office that
Yeah,
they're going to do a sequel.
people are saying it was a bomb and a crash, but it was fine. It was good.
Obviously, the aforementioned Optimus Prime movie.
They talked about a Beast Wars movie.
Which I found as an interesting thing because, if you know me, I love Beast Wars.
Well, yeah, you bought that Optimus at TFCon.
And Transmetal 1 Optimus.
I forgot it. Yeah, you got that inboxed.
Yep. And then I got...
With full weapons and instruction manual.
Yep. And I also got Tigertron. Or not Tigertron. Tigerhawk, sorry.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, you got the 3 Transmetals. You got Transmetal 1, Transmetal 2, and then you got the Fusion Metal? If that's what it was called. Was it Transmetal, Fusion Metal? I can't remember. Tigerhawk.
Yeah, I got Tigerhawk. It was a...
I can't remember what they called it anymore. The Fusion Metal.
The Fusor.
Fusor, that's what it was called, because it was the two mixed into one Transmetal type bullcrap.
Yeah. And then, but I love me some...
But yeah, Travis Knight's basically stated that he doesn't want to do a Unicron movie, which is where the last Transformers Last Night movie left off at, was Unicron, and they've basically said, I don't want to do Unicron, because IDW's just done Unicron.
Yeah.
That was a 6-issue series. Last Night.
Yep.
Transformers Prime, which was good. Then you also had the Unicron trilogy.
Yep.
Back in the early 2000s, which was Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. That was all about Unicron.
Then you go all the way back to the 80s,
where Unicron was there.
You had the original movie, and then I think part of the season afterwards did deal
the original movie, and then season 3 and 4 had some stuff going on with Unicron.
Right.
I mean, they changed the origin of Unicron in the IDW series. More Cybertronian and not Cybertronian. I'll talk about it later.
I'm still not sure how I like how they presented Unicron
being in the Earth,
being Earth basically.
That's how they did it in Transformers Prime. Basically, Primus and Unicron fought. Primus beat him so badly that he flew across the universe, and you know the theory of how Earth was created, right?
I believe so. Refresh my memory. And the
center mass.
Yep.
Pulling everything around it, causing the creation of Earth and everything like that. Mm-hmm. That Unicron was that center mass.
Oh, okay.
He was that mass amount of gravity to pull everything together. So that's how they did that in Prime. Is they did the horns thing popping up too, and they were talking about that in Last Night, where Pangea, the supercontinent, before it split apart, Unicron's like 6 horns, were the formation of Pangea, and then when Pangea split, it pulled the horns away.
Okay.
So in Last Night, when the horns were raising, it was basically Unicron was trying to pull himself back together. But they're not probably going to be revisiting that anymore.
Which is, I think, is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I haven't seen enough of Prime to give that judgment, but I'm not sure how I like how they did it in Last Night. But then again, a lot of the Michael Bay movies, I think, are just going downhill. But I could be wrong.
Well, the Bumblebee movie looks amazing. I mean, they stopped that whole weird robot look that they had in the Michael Bay movies and made them look very G1, which is what people have been saying.
Then again, Bumblebee isn't a Michael Bay movie, am I correct?
Travis Knight,
exactly. Okay. So...
Which they changed a lot right before it came out. Apparently they had changed a great deal of story.
Did they?
I mean, Blitzwing doesn't look like Blitzwing. Blitzwing looks like Starscream, but you see Starscream in the movie at an earlier point.
Yeah.
It's a mess. But again, Bumblebee, great movie. Buy it on DVD, Blu-ray, because we need more like it.
Obviously, when it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, as we're recording this, it's still in theaters.
Well, I mean, just about. I mean, it's